Hello everyone, I'm Feroz Sheikh. So my final project proposal is on study and analysis of factors contributing to mass shootings in USA. So coming to the introduction, we can define mass shootings as incidents involving several victims of firearm-related violence, where at least four people are shot. So mass shootings occurs in spaces that the community previously expected to be safe, such as churches, schools, concerts, and stores. And recent studies also shows that mass shootings have been triple since the year 2011. Previously between 1982 and 2011, a mass shooting occurred roughly once every 200 days. However, from 2011, that rate has accelerated greatly, with at least one mass shooting occurring every 64 days in the United States. As of September 1, which was the 244th day of the year, there have been 283 mass shootings in the US. Uh, so, some common characteristics of mass shooting perpetrators are uh, these are the individuals that cut across demographic, sociological, uh, cultural, and occupational groups. The characteristics that most frequently occur are males, often hopeless and harboring grievances that are frequently related to work, school, finances, or interpersonal relationships. Feeling victimized and sympathizing with others who they perceive to be similarly mistreated, indifference to life, and often subsequently dying by suicide. They frequently plan and prepare for their attack and often share information about the attacks with others, often uh, not with the intended victims. So the main problem statement of this proposal is that shootings have significantly impacted many aspects of our lives and changed the way we conduct law enforcement, intelligence, medical response, school security, and force protection protocols. So the motivation for this project is because since the year 1982, the number of mass shootings per year have been significantly increased. So since 2013, there has been only one full calendar week, the week of January 5th, 2014, without a mass shooting. So by presenting data in the visual form, patterns may emerge that can be studied to help prevent future tragedies, and that this information contributes to the national debate. Uh, so hoping that this uh, project might help to reduce the future mass shootings. So the main project goals are doing an extensive analysis to investigate the main factors contributing to the mass shootings and finding a more suitable map to reduce to study and analyze so that the mass shootings can be reduced. And the project objectives are: first objective is to apply the RTM or the to the crime of the shooting. Second objective is to predict the power of the risk terrain maps. Third is to measure overall predictive power of RTM uh, uh, compared against the predictive ability of retrospective hotspot maps. Coming to the literature survey, so previously a majority of research on crime pattern analysis has been made using spatial data, using an unbounded continuous plane, such as a whole city plane, without explicitly operationalizing the barriers and inaccessible locations within the geography. Yet human activities such as traveling, shopping, eating, and even sleeping are generally restricted to bounded street networks. Physical features of place like grocery stores are also not scattered randomly on the plane. Instead, they are found along street networks. Mm, one of the researches presented is on the survey mainly uh, that has two key objectives. The first is to apply the risk terrain modeling to forecast the crime of shooting. The risk terrain maps that are produced from RTM use a range of contextual information relevant to the opportunity structure of shooting to estimate risks of future shootings as they are disturbed throughout a geography. The second objective was to test the predictive power of the risk terrain maps over the 2 6 month time period and to compare them against the predictive ability of retrospective hotspot maps. Results suggest that a risk terrain provided a statistically significant forecast of future shootings across a range of cut points and are substantially more accurate than retrospective hotspot mapping. In addition, risk terrain maps produce information that can be operationalized by police administrators easily and efficiently, for directing police patrols to coalesce high-risk areas. So these are some of the literature surveys that has been made till now. Coming to the methodology, I'm planning to use hotspot analysis to analyze the hotspot of the mass shootings and then risk terrain modeling and spatial data aggregation and combination of polygon grid cells and raster-based GIS. So these are some of the examples of the maps that are already been analyzed using hotspot and raster-based GIS. So the expected results of this proposal are we sought to test the cohesiveness of forecast hotspot generated by the risk terrain maps, identification of hotspot through hotspot mapping, demonstrate the superiority of the place-based forecasting method known as risk terrain modeling to conventional retrospective hotspot mapping. So these are the two references that have been used. Thank you.